agree on who was gonna say it first, but Happy
New
Year! Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Same brainwave right there. Yeah,
Big
welcome to
brain.
2026, everybody.
It's
First
New Year,
episode.
same us.
Yeah, first episode of the new year. I was gonna say something
Actually,
cool.
it's not New Year, same us, because I'm gonna start off this episode with a bang.
Oh, wait a second. Is there? Oh goodness, nobody's ready for this. Somebody.
I'm
Whoa!
bald.
He did it.
I did it, everyone.
Let's get a round of
bit the
applause.
bullet. You know, it's the start of a new year. Just trying something new. My hair's already starting to grow back because I did it New Year's Eve, so it's been like 3 or 4 days.
Are you now going to be? Are you going to go by like Bald Zaya now or something like that?
No, I'm not going by new identity yet.
I see.
We're this is still in the what's it called? This is still in the beta, so we're just testing it right now. We're just figuring out
I think it works.
Kinks. So, fun fact: first person who saw it was Chanel, my roommate, and best friend. Nobody was supposed to see it until after New Year's. I did it New Year's Eve. I walked out of my bathroom, and she was in her bathroom with the door open, and we hadn't talked to each other all day. So as soon as I opened the door, started walking out, she peeked around the corner, looked at me, and I said, "You weren't supposed to see this yet." She goes, "Are you bald? Come here." And I was like, "Okay." And she goes, "Can I touch it?" I was like, "Yeah." She goes, "Whoa, it's so soft."
Oh, I never would have thought about it. Yeah.
And like, my two biggest fears about going bald is that I'm going bald and that I would have an odd shaped head. I can confirm I don't have an odd shaped head.
No, it looks incredibly round and spherical.
Surprisingly. And like, if you really think about it, whenever I get a haircut, I get it cut really short anyways.
Sure.
So like, we've always seen the shape of my head. But it was just one of those It was just one of those things where it's like, oh, I don't know. But after turning 27, I was just like, I'm going bald anyways. What if I just cut it all off?
Because Chris, 27, crazy. Couldn't be me.
Chris is bald. My Chris is bald. I don't know if your Chris is bald. But my Chris is bald, and every time I would complain, like, "Oh, I'm going bald," he'd be like, "Just shave it all off."
Yeah.
But I think it's just because he was like, "I'm already bald, so you need to be bald too, so we can be bald together." Yeah. I showed Chris a picture immediately after I shaved my head, and he was like, "Oh my god, I love it! Now we're twins."
Hey, there you go. Yeah.
So now we can rub our bald heads together.
Ironically, the last episode when I was saying how we, me, Colton, Chris, and Gavin, my sort of friend group around over here, right, went out on the town. We've had at least two different discussions about going bald. Because two of us in the group are. Yeah. It's like, it's a natural thing. It's all genetics. Yeah.
Yeah. So I got a lot of good feedback from everybody who's seen it. Everyone's like, "Oh wow, it looks really good."
Yeah.
Half the people at my job said, and this is a rough quote, "Oh wow, it looks really good. It looks better this way."
Hey, there you go.
No, they called me fat, black, and ugly. They said when I had hair, I was disgusting.
No, that's not even a backhanded compliment.
They told me to die.
Oh yeah. That's like, oh, you've been wearing a green shirt? Oh, well, yeah, now you're wearing a gray shirt, and that looks a lot better.
They said, don't... One person says, yeah, keep it bald. But that's also the same person who told me after I got my hair cut that I should keep it short anyways. She is a mom, so, like... And at this point, I'm basically like a nephew to her.
Oh, sure.
So, like... It was like, okay, whatever. And then her son, who's my coworker, also was like, yeah, you should keep it bald. It looks better this way. And I was like, okay. So y'all just hate me, pretty much, is what y'all are saying.
Nice.
I mean,
you already said
I look hot, so
there you go. That's all that really matters.
Everyone's like, it looks good because of the beard, and they're like, why don't you shave the beard? I said no.
Oh yeah, I think
either I'm losing this or I'm losing this. I'm not doing both.
Egghead would be a little bit too much. I think
absolutely not.
You'd have to accessorize somehow.
Yeah, someone said to do like a mustache and goatee, and I was like, I haven't done that since high school. I don't want to do that.
You could go like oh gosh, what are those guys called? Like the red and the blue, and they like sword fight. Wow, why am I? The Musketeers.
Red versus blue.
No. The you could go as a musketeer. You know, full on goatee, beard. I could see it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd have to do this. I'd have to start gelling my mustache to really get into
Yes. Oh,
the
you'd have the
shape.
curly Q for sure. For
Yeah.
sure. Mm-hmm.
What was I gonna say? It was about my beard, I think. I don't
Oh.
remember. I can't remember.
Well, you've already started on your 2026 resolutions, and you started on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Wow, that's dedication.
Oh, I guess on New Year's Eve, I wasn't planning on doing anything for New Year's.
Yeah.
But Chanel was like, "Hey, some of our friends they're gonna be pre gaming before they go out to the bars. Do you
Oh,
want to go
okay.
do that?" So we get out the house because neither of us had any plans. So we were just like,
Yeah.
"Okay, you know what? Sure, let's go over there. We'll pre game with them, then we'll probably go home or maybe see how the bars are." We ended up going over there around like 10 o'clock, and we
Okay.
didn't get home until after 2. I hadn't planned on
Wow.
staying out that long. And I think I took about 7 or 8 shots that day,
Oh,
which for
wow.
me, that's a lot.
That's a lot
As
for
an
anybody.
yeah, as an
Although,
extremely
especially
lightweight.
over, you said 7 to 2.
No, 10 to 2.
Oh, that's even crazier.
Yeah, surprisingly, I never got drunk.
Really?
But
Huh.
granted, I had 2 slices of like thicker pizza and then
Okay.
beforehand, and I spaced out those shots throughout the night. They weren't like one after the other. It was like,
Okay.
oh,
Yeah.
we'll take a shot, and then like 30 minutes later, hey, we're gonna do some more. We're gonna do some rounds. The only reason why I got so many shots was because people were buying rounds.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to do it. It's free.
I think I bought maybe 2 rounds of shots, or
Oh,
maybe
there
just
you
2
go.
shots for myself. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was fun. I did get severely overwhelmed several times just because the bars, there's bars and then there's like clubs, but they're all on the same
Oh,
street. And like the first couple places we went to were more bar like. People were just vibing. There's people doing karaoke. Everyone was having a good time. Then we went to a
sure.
more crowded space, but it was fine. I was good. We were in our own little corner in front of the speaker, and then my friends kept disappearing to either get more shots or to go to the bathroom. And so I was left there with the rest of the group. And out of that entire group of friends,
Yeah.
I only know outside of Chanel 2 people, and those
Oh.
2 were gone or like had disappeared and done their own thing. So I was left with their friends, and I was just there like,
You didn't
uh,
ingratiate yourself in the party?
I couldn't. I don't talk to people, and the
Ah.
speaker was this far away from me.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh,
my
dude.
entire body was vibrating every time any kind of bass happened, and I
Yep.
was just like, I don't want to be here anymore. I'm having a
Yeah.
good time. I don't want to be here. But then he played some good songs, and I was like, oh, we're having a great time again. But then songs I didn't know, I'd be like, I kind of want to go home. But then we bar hopped to another bar. When that one was like really like a club. That one's always packed.
Hold on. We got to back this up.
Yes.
Maybe that could be your 2026 resolution, right?
Going
Stand
out?
up for yourself, man.
Oh.
You got to go, I'm uncomfortable in this situation. I need to fix this by any means. If
I
that's to move
did
away
at
from
some
the
point. I did
speaker-
at some point. Not at this
Okay.
one. Because this one, it was like, okay, I know this is just me, being a little overwhelmed. There's a lot of people here.
Right.
It's fine. I can still function. I'm not like freaking out or nothing. It's good.
Okay.
It'll be okay. I'm just waiting for my friends. I don't want to just leave or
Right.
anything. So I'll just vibe.
Just go get freaky on the dance floor. What do you mean?
There was no dance floor. Not at that
Oh.
place.
Then go sit at the bar and nurse a mug of something and look
I couldn't.
really cool.
There was barely any space to move between people. That's when people were packed in there. And
were
that's
you
one of the
bald at
smaller
this point?
bars. Huh?
Were you bald at this point?
Yeah,
or-
I
Okay.
think we did like a little theme for the pregame, and it was like Y2K 90s. So I had that cap on, but it was backwards.
I see.
So
You should probably rephrase it. You're not bald. You're shaved.
I'm
Your
shaved.
head is
I'm not
shaved.
bald.
Yeah.
I
Big
didn't
difference.
like full on shave either. I just used clippers because I was too afraid to shave because I didn't want to
Okay.
cut my head.
Well,
I
now
didn't
that you
cut my
have a
ear
shape,
though.
you can contour it. Yeah.
Yeah, I can
get
give
real
myself
close.
I can give myself edges.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we ended up going to the probably busiest bar club on Fry Street, which is Public House, and that
Okay.
one's always packed. No matter, on the rarest occasion, is it not packed, and that's
Yeah.
usually when there's just like nobody in town.
Oh, okay.
But that one's always on and popping. That one has the most bartenders, the most people going in. They have an inside and an outside and an upstairs area. I think that's the biggest
Whoa.
place.
Yeah, no kidding.
They also usually have a DJ there too, so it's a vibe.
Wow.
Um, and my group at one point we were underneath the AC, so it was fine. I was
Okay.
I was I was standing underneath the AC, and I was like, "There's a lot of people here. I guess it's cool or whatever, though." But it was one of those things where I don't know if you've seen like club scenes where you have to literally push yourselves through people to
Oh,
walk
for
around.
sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's how it was if you ever needed to
Cool.
go anywhere. And I was like, I don't like this. Or like
Yeah.
whenever we would find a spot, there would be people pushing me out of the way to walk around, or there would be
Mhm.
another group next to us. There was this one towards the end. There was this one group of like 3 or 4 people over here, and they were all plus size people. I only bring that
Mhm.
up because they had too much ass.
Oh,
And they
yeah.
started throwing it on each other whenever, and they were right here, and I was standing here, and I just kept getting pushed back and bumped over and over again. And I was like,
Oh.
guys, come on, just y'all got too much,
Ha
ass. I don't know what to do with that. How do y'all know what to do with all that?
How many shots deep at
Please.
this point were you? This was
This
halfway through the night?
is this is
Maybe 3 or 4?
but 3 quarters through the night, so I'd say it had about 5 or 6 at this point.
Oh, man. Yeah,
Um,
I bet it was cold outside. That's exactly where I'd be. I'd be freezing outside to
It
avoid
was
that
it was
situation.
chilly, yeah. It was one of those where like because I live about 30 minutes away walking,
Sure.
and sometimes we'll just walk home. But it was
Oh,
too
okay.
cold that day, and none of us had jackets,
Yeah.
so we were trying to get Ubers. But because it was New Year's, it was a hassle. It was a whole thing. But
Mhm.
there was a point where Chanel had left to go like be on the sidelines to do something, and all our
Mhm.
friends were right here, and I was just kind of standing there, and I just kept getting pushed around and bumped into people, and I was just getting hot, and the music was loud. I couldn't focus or anything, and I leave over to one of my other friends. And I'm like, "Hey, I'm gonna go to the next bar
Yeah.
over because it's my favorite one because there's usually not as many people. It's more of a
Oh.
bar, more of a just chill spot.
Yeah.
And they have daiquiris. It's my favorite kind of drink is a daiquiri.
Ooh, yeah, solid.
So I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go over there."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Are you gonna be okay going by yourself?" I was like, "Yeah, no, I'll be fine." She's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, there's just a lot going on. I just need some fresh air, but I'm gonna go over
Good,
there." She
okay.
goes, "Okay, are you gonna be okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll come right back. I promise." At
Yeah.
that point, it was about 20 minutes till midnight,
Oh,
which
okay.
New Year's. So I leave. I text Chanel. I'm like, "Hey, I'm gonna go over here." She goes, "Okay, I'll come with you." I'm already over there. I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, okay, I can wait outside." I go to the door. She's already there. Um, and so then we end up getting a shot. I didn't get a daiquiri, which is probably for the best, to be honest.
Hmm.
And then we realized there's like 10 minutes left until midnight. And pretty much all the bars at midnight are giving everybody a free shot.
Oh, cool.
So we were going to go back to the other place where our friends were, but the
Yeah.
line for that place was wrapped around the corner. So we were just like,
Really?
"Oh, there's no way we're gonna get in there. We could just do it here." And then
Yeah.
we're about to walk back, and then for the outside area for that bar, she sees one of her friends who's one of the security bouncers, right?
Okay, sure.
On the inside, and there's a gate there that's closed or that was open and then closed. She saw him. She walks over. She goes, "Hey, can you let us in, please?" He likes to bully her, and he was like, "Why? Why can't you just go in the front like everyone else?" And she was like, Because my brother, me, he
Oh.
just needed to get some fresh air, and like we're not gonna make it back in before midnight. Like, come on, please, whatever."
Yeah.
And he's like messing with her. She's begging him, and then he lets us in. And then he like bumps her or whatever after she gets in to like mess with her or whatever. So we end up making it inside. We can't find her friends, but
Mm.
we do end up getting shots or the free shots. I think it was shots of champagne. So I don't know if it's really a shot,
Ooh,
but yeah,
okay.
shot of champagne. Ugh, it was
Eh,
nasty. I hate
yeah,
champagne.
champagne's weird,
Oh,
definitely.
Happy New Year. Great. Threw it back. Great time. Um, and I think around this time, most of my friends were drunk, and I
Oh,
was just
yeah.
like, I was ready to go home, but I was also like, I'm here for a good time. I don't go out like that, so
Sure.
I think I can endure it for a little bit longer. I'd wanted to go home by like 1 o'clock, but then like at the latest, but then
Hmm.
trying to get an Uber was hell because it was New Year's, so
New
all the
Year's.
prices were skyrocketing, and then nobody wanted to pick anybody up either. And
Oh,
so
yeah.
trying to get home, which mind you, again, it's a 30-minute walk from here to there here.
Right.
Usually an Uber there is maybe like $10. They wanted like 35.
Wow, yeah.
But Lyft was like, "Oh, we'll do it for 17." And I was trying to get a Lyft, and I waited for like 20 minutes, but it kept giving me a ride, and then they would cancel. And they would give me a ride, they would cancel. And there'd be people who were on the street.
Really?
And then they would cancel. I'm like, I guess they're trying to
Mm.
go home or something. I don't know.
That or they were trying to get bigger groups.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Our friend ended up buying us an Uber, though, thankfully. Because
nice.
I was just going to walk. At about 1:30, I told hey, I'm going to go ahead and walk home because I'm kind of done.
Yeah.
And I told my other friends, I was like, hey, I'm going to go ahead and walk home. And she was like, no, it's too cold for that. I'm going to buy an Uber. And I was like, I tried buying an Uber, but this and this and that. She goes, no, it's okay. I got you. So she ended up buying us a ride. So then we ended up getting home a lot faster and not cold, thankfully.
Yeah.
Could
have been a magical walk, though.
Yeah,
1:30 on a New Year. You're like a little bit buzzed, kind of cold.
No, like, not kind of. I would have been freezing.
Man, your whole life would have flashed before your eyes. You'd be like, oh.
I mean, that's not the worst time. I've walked home in freezing cold while I was drunk before.
Yeah. That could have been a transcendental experience.
Maybe a little bit. I probably would have sobered up because it was too cold, to be honest.
Probably, yeah, for real.
But no, by the time I got home, though, I was like, did I take a shower? I think I took a shower because I was like, I've been sweating all night. I felt gross. I took a shower and then I crashed. Wow, the next morning, that hangover was nasty.
I'll bet, yeah.
Because again, I don't drink very often and I don't drink very much. So when I do, if I drink too much, it hurts the next day. And then also, alcohol just makes me tired to begin with. So anytime I drink, like, or get drunk, the next morning I'm always like out of commission. But it's either I'm exhausted from the drinking or I have a hangover. That day I had both.
Do you drink water when you're doing it? Like,
yeah, I was drinking water, just not enough.
Oh, I see.
For sure.
Yeah. See, I've got a system. It's like when I stop drinking, I start pounding water.
I should have done that.
It was like 32 ounces at the end of my New Year's. Because I kept waking up in the morning every like 2 or 3 hours. I have to go to the bathroom. And every time I'd wake up, I'd go to the bathroom and then I'd drink more water. And then 2 more hours later, I'd wake up and rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat.
Fair enough.
I got a hangover.
No, I
didn't go crazy.
I was
shots.
Out.
It's crazy.
Once I put my head on that pillow, I had my TV on playing YouTube. Next thing I know, I wake up. Oh, my head. And like, I think the worst part about the hangover is that it's not to the severity of a migraine.
Oh yeah,
but it's not as light as a headache either. And I think because where it was positioned like right here and behind my eye, that it felt like it was a migraine. And so I was just like, I can't do anything. Oh, I'm gonna die. And so I have some Star Crunch in my room as like a little dessert, a little snacky dessert. I don't eat them as much as I used to, but I was like, I need to take some ibuprofen. And so I just downed like half of one, took some ibuprofen, ate the rest of it, ordered some food, got in the shower, and then I was like, oh, I feel like shit. Got my food, I ate it, drank water, passed out, woke up again a couple hours later, and I was like, oh, I still feel terrible. It's too soon to take more medicine. So then I ordered some liquids, drank those, passed out again a couple hours later, woke up, still have a headache, and I'm like, it's been like 6 hours. I can take some more.
You were catatonic.
It was rough. It felt like a migraine because my migraines are just like that, but somehow even worse. And like when I took the ibuprofen, I took 600 milligrams. And like
200 normally?
You're supposed to take 400 at a time every 4 to 6 hours.
Okay.
I didn't listen to that, but I think the max. How much ibuprofen?
Something like that.
1,200 milligrams a day. Oh wait, 1,200 to 3,200 divided into 3 or 4 equal doses.
Yeah, you're probably fine.
Yeah, no, I was fine. I mean, I'm alive, so
yeah, true.
I think when I took the second dose, though, I hadn't eaten anything before, and so I had eaten what I had left over from McDonald's, and I was just like, oh, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Please don't throw up, because there's only been one time I've thrown up from ibuprofen, and it was, I think I was feeling really bad. I was feeling nauseous already. Jacob had given me some ibuprofen. I downed it or whatever, drank a little bit of water, and I laid there and I was like, oh, my stomach feels awful. Next thing you know, I'm throwing up. And I had nothing but water and
Yeah.
ibuprofen at that point, so it was just all water. And he goes, "Did you eat anything?" And I was like, "No, I can't. I don't have an appetite." He goes, "You need to eat before you take the medicine." And I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I didn't know that."
Do you ever uh opt out of taking the medicine? Like I've had times where I've gone, this isn't as bad. Like maybe I could just muscle through it and I don't need to take it. And you just suffer for
Only
a couple of hours.
well, so I have done that sometimes, not
Yeah.
very often as of late, just because
Sure.
or not even as of late, as of the last several years, just because
Mm.
my a lot of times my headaches can turn into migraines,
Oh,
and my
sure.
migraines can be pretty debilitating to, like, if it's like peak migraine, it's
Yeah.
one of those where I have to have no lights on. I can't listen to
Oh,
anything too loud. I'm bundled up in my
right.
bed. I can't move. Like, if I
Oh
do, it's like,
gosh.
oh my god, I feel like somebody's taking a steak and just jamming it into my eye socket.
Oh, yeah.
It's bad. And it's really weird because, like, if I can make it out of my room, it's
Mm.
less of it hurts less
Hmm.
whenever I get out of here. But then whenever I come back, especially when I lay back down, is when it gets worse. But
Interesting.
if it's ever like like a just a low key headache, I'll be like,
Yeah.
okay, let me figure out what it's from and see if we can
Right.
deal with that. Because it's usually,
Yeah.
from what I figured out, it's either dehydration,
Hmm.
not enough food intake, sleep deprivation are like the three biggest things.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
If
what
I
I
wake up with
diagnosed. I'm
one
like, is it
though,
the back of the head? I didn't sleep
yeah,
enough. That's my own bad.
I try to do that, but I'm also usually like, well, I know it's because I haven't been drinking enough water.
Sure,
Or it's
yeah.
because all I've drank today was soda, or I only ate like 2 snacks today. I haven't really eaten food, things like
Right.
that.
Hmm.
But yeah, and I'll usually just do all the things that I think are like, I'll drink water, I'll eat, I'll take a shower to kind of like
Yeah.
soothe the spot, I'll lay down and rest. No matter what the headache is caused by, I'll just do everything
Yeah.
just to be safe.
Oh, for sure.
Um, but yeah, if it's ever like the dull, annoying kind of headaches, that's like it doesn't hurt, but
Hmm.
it's annoying to the point to where it hurts, if that makes
Oh,
sense,
sure. Yeah.
then I'll take medicine. But there was a point in time, I think at my last job, where I would have like a headache or a migraine
Mm.
almost every day.
Oh man.
To the point to where Jacob was like, you're taking more of my medicine than I am." And so I
Yeah.
was like, I felt bad, so I got my own bottle of ibuprofen. And ever since I started this job, I've only been getting migraines on the weekends mostly.
Huh.
Which still trying to figure out that, but Jacob thinks it's because of my sleep apnea so bad, and I'm
Oh,
not
could
breathing when
be.
I sleep,
Yeah.
so like not enough oxygen, which very very much could be the possibility. But also,
Oh,
I don't
maybe
sleep
that's
too
your
well.
2026 goal. Get a
That
sleep apnea
is that is a
machine.
part of my health goals for this year. Absolutely,
Nice. Okay.
is if I can get a CPAP machine
Hmm.
or like
Wait,
some kind of sleep aid.
part of your
Uh,
health goals. What are the other
Yeah, because I
parts?
want to do that as well as just get a primary care doctor because I don't have one.
Oh, sure, sure.
Um, but like that's like the main thing this year is my sleep health. If I can
Hmm.
get that situated, I also want to get back into therapy as well.
Nice. Okay.
Because everybody could use a little therapy. And after the year that everybody had last year,
Mm-hmm.
I need some therapy. Especially after a lot of the revelations I've had about my own mental health and just
Oh,
my physical and mental being.
yeah. Well, I personally think 2026 is going to be a fantastic year.
That's the goal. I mean, starting off kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Go big or go
I,
home,
I,
though.
I already know this is going to be a great year, at least for me personally, and
Mm.
I'll drag you into it being great because this is officially my last year living in a calorie deficit.
Yeah. Oh, he's
In
about to start bulking
approximately
up.
12 weeks. No, I'm not bulking up. In
Oh.
approximately 12 weeks, I go into maintenance mode,
Mm-hmm.
which means I get to eat about 500 more calories a day. You don't understand. That's life changing.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I'm eating around 2,200 calories a day. That's my goal, right? But that, alongside of my movement and my exercise, is creating a deficit that gets me down to about 500 a day, somewhere in that range. Somewhere
It's not a
between 300
lot.
and 500 is my goal. It is a lot. It's a very aggressive cut, but I've been doing it for 4 years, so I'm kind of just this is how I exist. If I get to eat an additional 500 calories a day, I don't know what's gonna happen to me. I feel like I have plenty of energy now. I'm going to explode if I start eating that
The
much more
ADHD
food.
energy is really gonna kick in.
I mean, yeah,
That
yeah.
sugar high is really gonna get you.
Like, okay, I've been weirdly obsessed with this for the past like 3 or 4 days when I determined this number, because I was like trying to do the math on where I wanted to be by the end of all of this and like what I feel a safe number would be weight wise, and that's only about 12 pounds away. So potentially I'm already losing 1 pound a week, plus maybe a little bit more. So that's why I'm like 12 weeks, maybe 15 if I fall off the wagon once or twice, or obviously have a stall week, or if my body just resists that. It's going to get harder the closer I get to it. So I'm hoping 12 weeks. If it goes to 15 weeks, so be it. My goal, not even for this year. It's hard to set 2026 goals because all of my goals are, some of them go to 2027 already. Like, I don't know if I've said it on here, but
fine. That could be more like a benchmark goal then.
That's true. Yeah. Like, I mean, one of my main goals is before I get to 30,
just blow up and act like I don't know nobody.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna be able to flex my abs and blow everybody up, and I'll be able to see my abs. That's my plan before 30. It's certainly possible.
I can do that already. So, like, I don't know what you're doing wrong.
I mean, at rest. I'm relaxing. Right now, there's still some chub there. Once that chub goes away, then I'm just gonna be ripped 24/7, and it's gonna be awesome.
Fair
People
enough.
that I've seen online. I started writing my speech. I started writing like an Oscar speech, going, I have so many people to thank.
I see.
Yeah, I know I did this mostly by myself, but I gotta thank YouTube people.
You gotta thank me
family.
just because I'm your black friend.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, an inspiration to the world and me. Yeah, totally, for sure. Yeah. I started writing it in the shower last night, and I went, I gotta stop this. 12 weeks. I could go crazy before then.
You could.
Let's
a
not
lot
worry
happens in
about
12
this.
weeks, but I believe in you. I think you got this.
I think it's.
No,
I
know. You've done it for 4 years. I know you've got this.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not just gonna slip up randomly.
I'm unbelievably excited because it's so soon too. Like, I don't have to wait. I don't have to go, oh man, a whole another year of this. I'm done in March. Like, that's before my birthday. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be so great, and I'm gonna get to go back, and then I get to panic and try and figure out what it means to live in maintenance, because I don't know. Hey,
as somebody who lives in maintenance, I know all about that. Ask me any questions.
Hey, there you go. There you go.
I got you.
I don't really know what that implies for my body. Like, I know there's going to be like fluctuations. I'm going to regain some of the weight that I've lost, so I potentially need to undershoot slightly. But as long as I'm within a range, of like 10 pounds around my goal, I would feel very confident just living there. Some of the people that I've watched are like, you only have to get lean once. Once you get there, it's easier to maintain than it is to lose. And
oh god, cough syrup.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited, and it's coming up.
Hear what I said?
No, there's no cough syrup involved. All of my cough syrup is expired and in the trash.
Oh, he doesn't mean that kind of lean. Speaking of body shape, my body's fluctuated in the last like a lot of years, and I've been around the same weights. It's steadily gone up now. I'm around like 260, and I've been around that for like the last year. I'm fucking huge. But like, and I think I've talked about it before. I think I do have body dysmorphia, where not so much like or because the way I look currently is how I always felt I've looked my entire life. And I think that just might be because of other mental health issues. Yeah. But what's it called? I know I always make jokes about, dang, I look so beefy right now. And it's a joke that I make. I know I'm a big guy. And like wearing clothes sometimes, my old clothes, I can't fit them anymore because I'm just too big for them. I've also learned that not a lot of clothes are made for people with broad shoulders.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've had several clothes that I've had to stop wearing or that I can't fit after I get it. Yeah. Not just because of my stomach, because like it'll fit long ways. It'll fit with my stomach. It might be a little snug here. But here, is tight as
Yeah.
hell. If I do this, I'm afraid I'm gonna rip through the shirts.
Really? Yeah.
Anthony had given me a sweater yesterday, but it doesn't fit either of us, and
Hmm.
I think I'm just getting big. But it was a tight fit already, but
Sure.
it was like hugging all of this. Like
Really?
it felt skin tight, and if I couldn't even like flex my shoulders or like move them at all because
Wow.
I already felt the fabric stretching across my back.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it's like, dang, where do I even go to get clothes that are worried about shoulder width?
I think there are definitely some stores that do that. Um, it's very similar to I have this not a shoulder problem because obviously we've determined that I'm a shrimp, but
Yeah,
my problem is always length.
yeah,
Like
you're a tall guy.
any shirt long sleeve
You got a
doesn't go
long
to my
torso.
wrist. Any pant almost never goes down to where it should. They're always
Yeah,
slightly too short. Yeah, it's unbearable. And
I
there's
think.
supposedly some stores that I haven't purchased clothes from yet, but that's going to be something I get to do during the
Okay.
next couple of months. Is another wardrobe update because
Yeah, you
none of
might
my
just have
stuff
to
fits me.
start shop at those big and tall stores just to get the
Oh yeah,
tall clothes.
yeah, pretty much.
And like it's so funny because me and Jacob, our waist come up to the same place. Jacob's
Hmm.
basically a foot taller than me, but our
Your
waist come up
waist
to
is
the
at the
same
oh, so his
point.
torso is just really huge.
Yeah, his torso's really
Interesting.
long,
Yeah.
and so like we could virtually fit the same pants.
Huh.
Like he's given me his clothes before because we can wear the same clothes essentially. Because
Nice.
our
Yeah.
waist size is also about the same too.
Okay. Sure.
But when it comes to shirts, he's a bigger guy and he's a taller guy. So
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
whenever he gives me his clothes, it feels like whenever like you're young and you put on like your dad's clothes
Oh
sometimes.
right. Yeah.
But I am also large too, so like it's large because it goes down a lot further, not because it
Hmm.
goes out a lot further.
Sure. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I just think it's interesting that I'm not only big this way, I'm also big this way now too.
Yeah. You're built like a block.
Yeah.
You're like a square. It's impressive.
Honestly, yeah. But like I might try to get my weight together this year. I might just go
Hmm.
back to working out again. I'm the kind of person I've learned if I
Mm-hmm.
want to do something, I'm not going to do it out of like obligation. A lot of
Right.
times, I'll do it out of spite for sure.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
have to I
Sure.
have to spite myself in order to do it, or spite somebody, do it out of spite of someone else, or if I'm just my mind, if I just randomly am like, I think it'd be funny, and like
Mm-hmm.
because there's a YouTuber I watch named Alpharad. He used to be a
Sure.
bigger guy, and he just lost a whole bunch of weight randomly one year, and
Yeah.
whenever he would talk about it, he'd be like, "Yeah, I just lost weight because I thought it would be funny." And I was like, dang, it'd be funny if I did it that way too. And I
Yeah.
realized that's how my brain operates. The
Oh
reason why
yeah.
I stopped drinking caffeine
Hmm.
was just because I was like, what if I just stopped? That'd be kind of funny. I have
Okay.
not,
Sure.
I've gone back to drinking caffeine, but in like, I used to drink
Hmm.
coffee, energy drinks, and soda every single day.
Oh. Sure. Sure. Sure.
But now I drink it maybe once, maybe twice a week.
Okay.
Um,
Sure.
so like I've gotten to a lot more manageable spot now. I think my body's at a point where the amount of caffeine intake of like once a week isn't killing me.
Right.
Versus when I just quit cold turkey, that withdrawal was awful.
Oh gosh.
And I think that's part of the reason why I was having those weekend migraines
Oh, could
too.
be. Yeah.
I also learned, obviously, I knew tea had a lot of teas have caffeine, but
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the teas that I drink are herbal teas, and
Hmm.
herbal tea don't have caffeine in them. It's just
Oh,
like
well, that's
black tea,
good.
green tea, white tea, things like that.
Yeah.
So that was fun to find out
Hmm.
recently, and I was like, oh, so I really haven't been drinking much caffeine, but I've started drinking like a Coke or like a Dr Pepper once or twice a week now because it's
Yeah.
just like I don't want to cut it out entirely now that I know that it's affecting me so bad. So now I
Mm-hmm.
can just decrease the amount and slowly get rid of it. But like if I am gonna start working out again, I'm also the kind of person who's like, if I tell somebody about it, it's gonna make me want to do it less.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So I've decided that if I am gonna start working out, I'm just gonna do it immediately after work. I'm not gonna tell anybody that I'm doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna go do it. I'll come home like an hour later than I usually do.
Yeah.
Disgusting and drenched in sweat, but I'll have worked out. It'll be fun because
Yeah.
we used to work out all the time.
We
Uh,
did. Well, there was about a month where we were going to the gym
Yeah.
Maybe
Did I
for
dread it
4
every
times a
time?
week.
Yes. But that's just because I'm lazy. Did I have fun? Absolutely. It was very fun to compare our weights,
Mhm.
how
Our
much we can,
capacities.
our
Yeah,
capacity.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's where we
yeah.
learned what your legs were stronger and my arms were stronger.
Something like that, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. If we just cut off my arms and your legs, and put them on one person, they'd be unstoppable.
We'd be a bodybuilder. Hell yeah.
100%. I mean, I don't know who the other. I don't know. I guess the other person will just be an amputee, and they'll lose weight that way.
Yeah. Well, that's. I mean, I personally don't even go to the gym anymore.
Yeah.
Granted, I do have like dumbbells and like resistance bands and stuff. So
Mm.
I am now. That's one of my things that I'm trying to do in 2026 is
It's
get
just
on a
workout.
more get on kind of a
Mm.
more regular circuit. Like everybody recommends doing it 3 times a week, and that's a lot of time, especially going to the gym. Right? That's like
Yeah.
getting actually out there has always been the problem for me. You know, it's
Mm.
creating that barrier to entry of I got to go get in my car, I got to get dressed to go out there. Here, I could just, I mean, I could work out in this. I could just step over to my right and start doing
Mm.
stuff.
Yeah.
So that makes
100%.
it really, really easy. I'm also not super interested in getting a lot of
Getting.
muscle.
Yeah.
I don't need it for no discernible purpose other than aesthetics. And I'm like, I would rather not me be the project. I would rather a project that I'm working on be the project.
Yeah. I get that. I
I still respect people that do want to do that, but
100%.
personally, I don't find that a goal for me.
I think for me, because I've been a fat guy my entire life. I've grown accustomed to
Same
being
here.
fat. I've been grown accustomed to being squishy all over.
Sure.
And I very much enjoy it. I like it. My boyfriend likes it.
Yeah.
Uh, and he likes fat guys, so it kind of works out. Um,
Win-win.
exactly. But I've always wanted to be the person who I have a good chunk of muscle underneath the fat, so I could be like
Right. Yeah.
fat and fit would be cool.
Sure. Yeah.
So like I still want to be
Like
strong, but I
full
still
on
want to be
dad bod,
squishy.
basically. At that.
Dead ass, yeah. And so like it would be cool. I do want
Yeah.
to build muscle underneath the fat, but I don't want to
Sure.
lose all the fat.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want the fat to stay as well. I don't, because assumedly if I'm working out, I'm gonna build muscle and burn fat, of course. But for
Yeah.
some reason my brain
Mm-hmm.
is like, if I work out and I don't lose weight, then I'm still gonna be super fat and I don't want to do that. But it's like
Yeah.
I don't know how much of my body is fat and how much of it's muscle at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because the way that it distributes the fat over the years has changed so much.
For sure. Yeah.
Which is very confusing to me because I've been within 230 and 260 for like the last 7 or 8 years.
Right. Right.
And the way my body has looked throughout that entire process has been different every year.
Right.
So I'm like, how do I know how much of it's fat, how much of it's muscle? Like, how much can I burn? How much of it's just water weight? Probably not
Sure.
much because I don't drink water enough.
Well, all liquid, right, is sort of conserved. I mean, from personal experience, I mean, I've even seen people say this online, where universally people, like, especially overweight people, like I mean, I'm a living example, right? You always, at least and I think a lot of people are in the same boat, overestimate how much muscle they actually have.
Mhm.
I really apparently relied a lot on my weight to how do I phrase this? I learned how to utilize my weight in a way that made me stronger. I feel like I
Yeah.
was that guy from, is it Street Fighter? Bob, right? The like really big guy
Mhm. Yeah.
who his whole fighting style, he used to be like a fighting champion, and then he's like, but I'd
You
be
just
even
got real
stronger
big.
if I was like 400 pounds heavier. And so he like,
Mhm.
gained a bunch of weight, still ripped, and he was just like way more powerful. It
Yeah.
was that similar thing for me, but sort of in reverse, where I was like, I'm like crazy powerful. This is amazing. If I could just maintain this power, but then also shrink, like
Yeah.
150 pounds, I'll be unstoppable. And then I get down 150 pounds and I'm like, oh, okay. I see a lot of that strength was for free. And
Mhm.
I was just existing at that weight made me more powerful. So it's
Yeah, I feel like I'm in
very,
that same boat. I mean, I always make jokes
yeah.
about because people have commented on my calves or whatever. I'm like, well, you
Oh,
don't walk
yeah.
around carrying this for 27
Right.
years, and not have banger calves,
Right? It's like free bodybuilding. It's pretty
Yeah,
awesome. Yeah. I would
pretty
suspect you're
much.
probably definitely probably not definitely probably you're stronger
3%.
now than you would have been at the start of
Yeah.
of my journey because you just have a more physical job. I mean, I
Yeah.
have to manually get up and go walk on the treadmill and go do exercises. Otherwise, I would literally be a skeleton. And I've
Oh
had
yeah.
5+ people tell me to stop doing what I'm doing because they're like, "You're like a skeleton. You're just skin and bones." They're like, "You don't know anything. You know nothing. Just because I've lost a little bit of weight in my face and my arms doesn't mean anything."
You know, I walk because we have elevators, but really only need those to go up and down the stairs,
Yeah.
or to the levels. But like, I walk. My job is about 40% walking.
Yeah.
If I walked up and down the stairs, I would lose. I'd probably be more active and more fit. But because I push around a push cart the whole time, I
Yeah.
can't really go up and down the stairs too much.
Hey, that's like resistance training as well. You have
Yeah, I mean, I could.
you're like rucking.
It wouldn't be worth it. I'll tell you
Oh,
that.
God.
If I did that with the cart at least. But yeah,
You
like
could do
I'm
like
walking
Mr.
all the
Incredible
time.
with the car where you just lift it up over your head, carry it up the stairs, and then put it down on the other side.
I mean, I didn't think about that. I'll have to try that next time.
You just cut to some old lady on the side going, "Wow, do it again, mister."
Oh, I would cry. Yeah, I mean, no, it's fun. It's nice to walk around so much. Like it
Mm.
keeps you moving. I do sit around a lot too, though. I'll be honest.
There does need to be some balance.
Yeah. Yeah. I would like to gain muscle and lose some fat, eventually, but it's not one of those things where it's like I need to do it now. It'd probably be better for my health just to be more physically active, of course.
Sure. Part of your sleep apnea training. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that will get rid of all this.
Yeah, there you go.
Also, I don't know if it's because of neck fat or like just because I'm fat, or if it's because of something else. Because like all my family snores, regardless of like their weight.
As I understand, yeah, there could be a genetic component to it, but as I understand, it's like visceral fat on the inside, in your lungs in particular. But I don't really know. I mean, my dad has it.
I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah.
It could be. I think it could be caused by various things, but
yeah,
to my knowledge, I think just like whenever I sleep, the back of my throat just gets like clogged up with all the body there.
Yeah.
And so I'll just breathe. I'll just
right.
pretty much. I don't know if y'all are gonna hear that, but
I heard it. Yeah, I think
and
they will.
the only reason why I know about that to begin with is because when I was dating my ex, he also had sleep apnea. And so when we were first like dating and like would spend the night together, I would freak out and stay up and be extremely anxious because he would stop sleeping or stop breathing, and I'd be like, "Hey," and then he start breathing again. I'm like, "Okay, he's not dead." Oh my god. And I didn't know that I did that until he told me, and then like that I snore really loud.
Yeah,
it's because of that.
Man, how could anybody in your apartment sleep if there were two of you pulling that?
I mean, Chris does that. Chris snores really loud too. But I mean, Jacob, he's able to sleep through most things, and he always goes to bed before I do usually.
Smart move.
And like, I think he probably gets it worse more than anyone, except for if you're out in the hallway. Because in the hallways you can hear almost anything in anybody's rooms, very loud and clear, which sucks.
That's incredible.
Like certain things. And so or like if there's anybody out there in the living room or like sleeping in the living room, you can for sure hear me loud and clear if I'm dying in my bed.
I bet.
Because they've told me like there's been times where they'll just hear me stop breathing and get worried, and then I'll start breathing again, and like I'll choke on myself or something. Yeah, that doesn't help. I have to
imagine losing weight would maybe help with that. Yeah.
Probably. But with the way that I want to lose weight, I don't know how much of this would actually leave, because I still want to be chunky.
It is very weird where the weight comes off in spurts. Like I'm pretty sure I've said this before on here, where I measure myself every 10 pounds to see where that weight came off of. Like sometimes it'll be like an inch all over. But there was one time in particular where I think it was 6 or 7 inches, nowhere except for just my waistline. Because I kept looking at myself going like, man, I'm like losing weight, but I'm not losing fat anywhere. And then like the next time that I measured, I was like, oh, that's where it all came from. And it
Mm-hmm.
didn't even make me lose any, like I didn't visually look any different. I could just still wear, like, I was just every day or every couple of days when I put my belt on, I'd be like, I gotta go one more notch. Oh gosh, I gotta go one more notch. And then by
Yeah.
the end of it, I was like, I need a new belt. And then measured at the end, and it was like, I think it was 6 or 7. I think it was 6. It was crazy. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
6, 7.
Is that gonna die in the new year? Hopefully. That thing's
Hopefully.
crazy.
Give us some different kind of brain rot.
But
What was
as
I gonna
far as
say?
I know, that's all genetics. It all is determined by
Yeah,
genetics and hormones.
fair
Like
enough.
wherever your body decides to take it from. I know it takes it sort of out in. So
Mm-hmm.
your arms will probably get skinnier, then your face will go, and then finally, yeah, I still have some underarm right there.
Yeah, it's so
That
weird.
and the
It's
underside of my thighs. It's
oh
very
yeah.
weird what remains. Yeah, and like my tummy is still a little bit there.
Sometimes I wonder, like, again, because of the way that I view myself,
Mm-hmm.
again, either as I am now or at my worst.
Yeah.
Which my biggest that I remember myself being, at least with my lower half, was my sophomore year of high school.
Okay.
I was getting my wisdom teeth taken out. My grandma took a picture of me, and I looked at myself and I was like, "Oh my god!" Because granted, I don't think I was very active in high school either.
Okay,
So
sure.
it would make sense if it was a lot more fat than it was muscle. And
Yeah.
I just remember looking at my thighs, and they were huge, and it took like four, like, if to wrap my hand around my thighs, it took like four of my
Oh, yeah,
hands.
yeah.
Right now, it takes about three and a quarter. Um,
Which part
and
of your thigh? The lower part or the upper part?
I'm doing like the biggest part in the
Oh,
middle.
the biggest. Yeah, sure, sure, sure. I can almost
Excuse me.
do. I'm like both hands and a couple of maybe an extra inch or two.
Yeah, I'm roughly about the same, if not like 3. And it
Hmm.
just makes I think about that all the time, and I'm like, dang, I'm so much bigger than I was then, like weight
Hmm.
wise, but like my body doesn't want to show. And people tell me all the time,
Yeah.
or I'll tell them, yeah, I'm fat. I'm like, you're not fat. I'm like, dude,
Right, right.
I'm 260 pounds. I'm 5'5". That's over 100 pounds more than my BMI says I'm supposed to be. But the
Oh,
BMI is
yeah.
a skewed scale to begin with.
Sure.
But like I do remember one of the biggest things, like one of my biggest insecurities growing up, especially in high school, was my chest
Oh,
was
yeah.
bigger than my stomach.
Mm-hmm.
Which was weird if you think about it, because that could have just been like a medical, like the gynecomastia thing.
Sure.
But I
Yeah.
was also a chunky guy. But it was like, how
Mm.
are my titties bigger than my stomach?
I
If
think
all
it
the
happens
fat's
to a
supposed
lot
to
of
go to my
kids.
stomach, huh?
Mm-hmm. That I think it happens to not a lot, but I mean,
Yeah,
definitely a sizable portion of
100%.
all men experience that during puberty.
Yeah, I didn't know that it could be a normal thing. I was also
Mm-hmm.
just insecure about my body at the time too.
I feel
But
that. Yeah.
nowadays, my chest it's fine, and my
Yeah.
stomach is the thing that protrudes the most. I do
Mm-hmm.
want it to get to a point to where I can look down and see my own feet.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
That would be
yeah.
nice. I think that's my benchmark of, okay, I've lost enough weight.
And you see your little
Is
pinky little toes sticking up
Yeah,
over
if
here
I
and
can
there.
see even the slightest finger or toenail, then it's like, yes, we're almost there.
Yeah, for sure.
Um,
That
but yeah,
it's
and then like the
definitely a long
arms.
process. I underestimated the amount of time I was doing it, but I
Mm,
like because I've seen people on social media do like they're like, yeah, I lost like 100 pounds this year, and I'm like, first of all, you must have been doing it full time. Like, I don't know if you had if whoever was doing this if they have a job, but
yeah.
I had a very real conversation with myself where I was like, maybe I should just not work for 6 months
Mm,
and just focus on weight loss. But then I determined that that was probably a bad idea in the grand scheme of things, and that's doing it slowly. I've heard a lot of people say do it slowly, so it gives your body time to react to it, and that it gives you a better chance at not rebounding when you're done. I just,
yeah.
pros and cons it, and I went, yeah, no, we'll just do it slow. And my gosh, 4 years seems like a really, really long time to be doing
It
something.
takes a lot of discipline, that's for sure.
Oh
I,
gosh.
like
It's not even
I
discipline at this point. It's just how I live.
Fair
That's
enough.
why I'm excited for when I get to go back on maintenance, because I'm like, I'm not changing anything that I'm doing. Like,
Yeah.
I want to walk for an hour and a half every single day because it just makes me feel okay and it lets me eat more food. So I'm going to do that while I'm working, and I'm going to be able to eat more food, and I'm going to be able to do like exercises to try and, keep my muscle mass so that I can continue to eat the amount of food. That's my main goal. I'm like, have you ever heard of a food oriented animal, right? Like a dog. If it's food oriented, that means it's very trainable. They're good at like learning tricks and stuff.
Like you.
I am a food oriented individual. I have been for a very long time. None of that has changed. All I've done is because, oh gosh, I'm in this period right now. Last weekend, right? So, okay, right. I usually try and get 1,800 to 2,200 calories a day. On the last 2 weekends, I have consumed an average of, I think, close to 7,000 calories. Not a day, over the weekend, right? That's like a 5,000 calorie day and like a 3,000 or 2,500 day. Twice. I did that 2 weekends. It's amazing. The difference that you feel when you are like fully, like, I was so sick from eating food because I didn't stop. I mean, we went out and partied and then had food. This was, I think, pre-Christmas. No, wait. Yeah, pre-Christmas. Went out, partied, had food. Went to bed, woke up the next day, had more food for breakfast, and then had an impromptu, hey, let's go out and get dinner. And so it was eat food, go to sleep, eat food, eat food. I was so miserable that entire day going, I need to go and eat this food. Yeah, I could say no, but it is like, I haven't done this for a year. So let's just do it. And
It's
I
the
did
end
it.
of the year. Might as
Yeah,
well.
exactly. It's like, I have to reward myself. Life is not worth living if you can't just blow up one day.
Yeah.
And I blew up that day and then felt miserable for the next day and miserable for the next day. And then I was finally back to normal, fought my way back down to my pre-blow up day.
And then it
was
happened
New
all
Year's.
over again.
And it happened all over again. And I did another 5,000, 7,000 calorie day. And now I'm in the middle of fighting that back down. But the difference, the way that I kind of imagine it, right, is my gas tank in terms of energy. Most of the time, what I'm doing is I'm bouncing off of empty. On the other side, you feel so much better if you are bouncing off of full. But the reason that I got to, I started at 320 pounds, but the reason that I got that high is because I lived bouncing off of full for like, I don't know, 10 years, right? I was full and then I stopped being full. And before I ever really got hungry, I was like, I should eat to stop, to prevent the feeling of hunger from hitting
100%.
Yeah. Now I live on the opposite side where I'm like, okay, I'm hungry. Okay, I'm not hungry, but I was hungry. I'm going to still be hungry. So at some point, I need to eat in a very structured, oriented way, or I'm going to be miserable.
Yeah.
So bouncing off of empty, I have low energy. It's like, it's not a fun experience. And it's been going on for this is going to be year 5. Oh, well, I'll be done before year 5 is up, right? Or done before year 4 is up. I always forget the math on it.
You'll be done before the end of year 4. So you're currently
correct.
On year 4.
Yes.
But you're not going to make it to a full 4 years.
No, I'll end a month before my my 4-year sober date. Yeah.
Let's see if you make it 12 weeks.
Yes, hopefully it's 12 weeks. I can certainly see the potential for it going to my birthday because I probably might, I don't know, I might need to take a rest day or a rest week to try and reboot my metabolism.
Yeah.
After that, then I have to start, reverse dieting, I think is my plan. I'm going to try and slowly incorporate like 100 calories a day for a week. And then go up to 200 calories and then go up to 300.
So you're not just completely just changing the entire dynamic.
Yeah. That way I might give my body time to adapt and kind of start using that energy a little bit more. So it's going to be nice. But I'm really trying not to get too excited and put the cart ahead of the horse.
Fair
because
enough.
I gotta suffer 12 more weeks. And it is suffering. I do not enjoy this process. Yeah, I like looking at the scale every morning and going, yippee, another half a pound. But like prior to the partying that we've done this last like 2 weeks, there was I think 2 weeks, maybe 3, where nothing changed. Like I didn't lose weight, I didn't gain weight, but I was the information that I was gathering, right? I was progressively overloading my muscles. I was starting to lift heavier weights. So I was definitely getting stronger, which means that I was gaining muscle, but seemingly not losing fat or losing an identical amount of fat at the same time. So the scale wasn't moving, which, yeah, that's a great thing, but it's so frustrating to not see the scale, to be like, okay, I've suffered for 5 weeks straight. Something's got to change. And you look at it and you go, nothing has changed.
Yeah.
Trust the process. Next week, okay, this is week 6. Something has got to have changed. Why hasn't anything changed? Oh, God. 7 week. And it's like, oh, okay, finally 1 pound down.
Fair enough.
Dude.
Yeah. I think you had said something earlier about like taking it slow versus like just going full send into it. And I think that's where a lot of people screw themselves over.
Yeah.
Because like if you think about it, if you're trying to make a routine, you have to slowly build up to it. Because if you try to force yourself into it from the start, I feel like you're gonna burn out a lot faster on it. Because like if you're doing what you're doing now at the very beginning, I respectfully, I don't know if you would have made it this long.
No. I think, I mean, I wasn't really walking way back then, especially not as much as I am now. What we were doing at the very beginning was I was just like going to the gym, just like throwing some weight around, seeing what was going on, just kind of, like 15 sets of goofing around, and then we'd go home, right? And it was fine. And
we
then,
go to the pool.
Yeah, and then like getting into that idea of a calorie deficit. It was, I mean, it's been systems on systems on systems that at this point, like, and it never gets easier. Is the stupidly frustrating part. Is you're like, you finally, something starts working for a little bit of time, but then your body adapts, and you have to adapt and trick your body again. Because the body is so good at stopping what you're trying to do, right? It's like, you're dying. Stop dying. I will stop you from dying. And you can't do anything about that because you can't control that. That's like an innate animalistic function of your body going, well, this happens when we have no food and we're dying. It's like, no, there's plenty of food. And,
I swear.
Yeah, fasting helps with that. Like, I've done multiple things, right? I don't really fast anymore. I don't eat after certain times because I find that it messes with my sleep. But that's not really so much a fasting. Like, it's not a fasting mentality. When I used to have an app. I don't know if you saw my app, but I had an app that I used with the timer. I pushed the timer every single day. No eating until that timer's up. Then the thing would up, and I'd be good to go. When I deleted that app, I was like, that was weirdly free.
Yeah.
Like, I trusted myself to not do the things that were causing me to do such problems in the past. And I don't know if I'll ever stop counting my calories because I genuinely enjoy doing that. I love seeing like, oh, how much, like, I used to not weigh my
analytics.
Food. Yeah. Now I weigh my food. Some of it, obviously the stuff that I can weigh.
Yeah.
I'm like, I love weighing out like this much, protein, not protein, granola. Yeah. Like that much. Well, a little bit more than that because I've had a little bit, but like that much is a serving. And I know exactly how much it is because that's exactly how much I put on the scale. And then I get to log that on my little calculator and see my little numbers go up. And at the end of the day, I get to review it and go, good job, me. Great job. Do it again tomorrow.
Proud of you.
Yeah. There's definitely, it changes. It changes every day. And I'm expecting it to change again sometime in the next couple of weeks. And I'm not looking forward to that, but I'm looking forward to finally being at the end of this.
Oh.
And finding out how much better life could get when I could say yes to 5 more pieces of chocolate a day. Every day. That's game changing, man.
Yeah.
That's a piece of pie. That's a scoop and a half. That's 2
It's a
scoops of
pizza
ice
pie.
cream. You know what this means? I can almost. Oh gosh.
Yeah, I'm definitely not I'm not disciplined enough to do that the way I am right now. Because I can try to be like, okay, the serving size is this, and then my mind will be like, I'm a grown ass man. I can eat what the fuck I want.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And you can choose to eat the exact amount that they say on there.
I can't do it yet. Not right now, but I also don't have any interest to do it that way right now.
I understand. Yeah.
I like food way too much. I mean, there was a time where I did do fasting. That was back in 2019 when I was living with my grandparents over that summer. And I kept trying to get a job, but no one would hire me. So then I was just like, that sucks, whatever. But then I was like, okay, I want to lose weight. How can I lose weight without actually losing weight? I didn't really work out too much. No, I did. I give myself a little workout regimen, just like push-ups, sit-ups, jogging, things like that. And then I would fast as well. And I did slim down quite a bit. Or at least I looked like I slimmed down quite a bit, but my weight stayed roughly the same.
Interesting, yeah.
Again, that whole thing of how the weight distributes itself between muscle and fat and all that. And I was also only eating smoothies again.
No,
that's not true. Diet. That was a few years prior. But I would like start my meal with a smoothie. Like I would eat a smoothie as my first meal. Right. Whenever I was able to eat, and then I would like find some food and eat whatever I want. And then I would just drink water and tea. That was the year or the summer where I was really venturing into different kinds of teas. Because up until that point, I hated tea, really. I think maybe I was okay with like green tea because it doesn't taste like anything.
Sure.
That's when I discovered white and jasmine tea. Or there's just one specific Lipton tea that I can't find anywhere still. It's like a white blueberry jasmine tea or something like that. And that was my favorite at the time.
Dude, that does sound good.
It sounds amazing, and it was amazing. But yeah, and like that's the last time I've like put a lot of effort into trying to keep my weight under control.
Sure.
Or at least my last big effort, because I did last pretty much all that summer, but then one day I said, I don't want to do this anymore, so I stopped.
Yeah.
And I just went back to doing whatever I wanted. But like the weight wasn't there anymore. It was there, but it wasn't there.
Yeah.
And then I also, when I was in college, I would go to Zumba classes every week. Like I was walking around a lot for class. Like I wasn't active in college, and then COVID happened. So then that kind of shut everything down. And just trapped at home. And that's really when like I lost a lot of my muscle mass. But then because of my physically demanding jobs, working maintenance for the last 3 years, 4 years, I think 3 years, it's forced me to gain some muscle back. Still hasn't kept off a lot of the weight, but I'm also just like, I look like I have 3 kids right now, especially because I'm bald.
Oh yeah,
I'm built like a father. I've got 3 kids. I have one that plays soccer, one that's in the drama club, and one that's just a loner. But I love them all equally. I don't have enough time for myself because I have 3 kids. But I made sure all of them are nerds and into anime and I don't know, Steven Universe. But like, and like I always make jokes that I look like somebody's father. But now that I've cut this off, I genuinely look like I've got kids.
Didn't you go as a stepdad one year, as like to Halloween or something like that, right?
Probably. That sounds about right.
I vaguely recall you wore like cargo shorts and a polar, not a polar jacket, a
polo,
like polo shirt.
That sounds about right. I probably did do that. And it's weird because I'm 27. In my mind, I'm still very young. Like I'm not.
We are.
I still struggle with realizing that I know I'm an adult.
Yeah.
But like sometimes I don't remember that I'm actually an adult. Like I can do whenever I think of myself as an adult, I don't think of somebody like my parents' age or like my grandparents' age, people who are like out here married, have kids. In my mind, that's not something I can do at my age. So like at my job, people have asked me multiple times, like, "Oh, are you married?" I'm like, "No." Me forgetting people my age are already married with kids. Or they're like, "Yeah, do you have any kids?" I'm like, "No, I don't. I'm like, it hasn't happened yet. I want some." Or like, "Oh, I want to get married, but just haven't found the right person yet,
Sure.
or
Yeah.
things like that, or like, oh, are you single? No, I'm dating somebody right now. It's pretty serious. We've only been dating for roughly a year now. It's been almost a year. Next month it'll be a year.
That almost a year. That's the exact thing that's so terrifying. Just the timeline of, so I've Googled this recently, right? Where the average person goes through I think it's 3 to 7 partners before they settle with their first marriage. Not necessarily their last marriage, but their first one, right? And assuming each one of those, minimum, let's call it a minimum, right? 3 partners, right? At around a year, I would say that's a good estimate of how long to get into that if you're really getting serious with somebody before you decide to break it off, right?
Yeah.
Determine that mutually or whatever, one of you breaks it off with the other one, right? That's 3 years, right? Then let's give you 6 months of emotional and mental recovery after that relationship to become okay with dating again, right? So then you add an additional year and a half, maybe let's call it 2 years, right? So you're looking at 5 years on top of that at a minimum before you find and settle down with that one person. People that are ahead of the curve, that's pretty great. People that have already gone through those 3, it could be your next one. It could be a year from now. It could be 2 years from now. But people that have never dated before, what you're looking at is like 5 years before you ever really commit down.
Theoretically.
I would not recommend marrying the first person that you officially start dating. No matter if it's like love at first sight and all that stuff. That just seems crazy. Yeah. It can work out. I've seen it work out.
I've seen it work out too,
but
yeah.
Man, the odds of that are astronomical.
I'm too crazy for that to happen.
Yeah,
granted, before my current relationship, I've been in 4 other ones.
So you're right on the money. Yeah.
However, only one of them lasted longer than 3 months.
But and how long was the
last one I had was 4 years.
Period.
My last relationship was a 4-year relationship almost. And I did not allow myself to catch feelings or I guess really admit I had feelings to myself.
Sure.
For about another year.
Right, but okay, before... so you had 3-month relationships, right?
Yeah, for those.
How long was the recovery period?
See, the first one, we were together for 2 or 3 months, and then maybe a month later, I got into the next one.
Quicker turnaround.
And that was about 2 or 3 months. No, it was about 2 months. Then we broke up. And then technically, the refractory period between getting out of that one and getting into the next one was May, June, July, August, September, October, was 5 months. However, we were dating for those 5 months. We just weren't officially in a relationship.
Oh, I see.
Because that person kept saying, I'm not ready to commit to a relationship right now.
See. So you were you were really dating, like emotionally,
Yeah, we were basically in a relationship without being in one.
Interesting.
But then we broke up, and then let's see, that would have been 2018, going to 2019, and then hold on, my math is wrong. First one, like 3 months. That one ended. Oh, that's right. So that one ended in like February, and then the next one was that one I was thinking of. So that would have been January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. That would have been 8 months actually. But that's the person that I was basically dating at the time, but before we officially got in a relationship. Then we broke up. That January, I got into my next one about 2 months later. That was another like 3 months, 2 or 3 months. And then we broke up. Most of these were rebounds. I'm gonna be just straight up. Because Isaiah at the time couldn't handle being alone. And then that
you were skipping the emotional reflection and review part by just hopping into another relationship.
Yeah, and it's not a good thing to do. It's not a healthy thing to do.
Right.
I can very much admit that. After that one, we broke up in May, June, July, August, September. 4 months. And then that was the 4-year relationship.
So you have probably been, not passively, but like a hobby of yours has been dating for the better part of 7 years, right?
Listen, all that,
7 years.
all that
That's
happened.
crazy.
Those 4 relationships like started within the span of about 18, 2 years.
Right.
Because
Okay.
that was 2018 to 2019, and in 2019 is when I got into that long-term one. So between 2018 and 2019, there was 4 relationships.
And then 1 more year this last year.
Yeah. So that refractory period was a little bit over a year, actually.
Okay. So we'll round up. Let's say 8
well,
years.
Okay. But then that also is a question when I got in the relationship or when I was like, okay, I'm catching feelings.
I think of it like from the moment that I mean, yeah, that's a great point, right? Like because you can catch feelings for like anybody.
Yeah.
But
well, I can't, but
Well, sure, right. But like it's not necessarily mutual when you do catch feelings. You could just catch it. That's not I wouldn't really consider that unless you kind of go exclusive for them prior to any of that happening. But
Well,
that's
I
a
can
real
tell you
weird
that
gray zone.
he had feelings for me a while before I had feelings for him. So,
yeah, I would probably mark it as when you officially like discuss that sort of thing. Okay. Not necessarily go exclusive with each other, but like when you're in that sort of zone, that weird gray
about
area.
a year or so, and then if we went to when the relationship started, that's another. Let's see, that was in June when I was like, I had feelings for you. July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. Another 8 months before we got in a relationship.
Yeah, I would say you're in 8 to 10 years at this point, right?
And don't get me wrong, the last person I dated, the last person I was in a relationship with, I was like, this is the one. This is the man I'm gonna marry. This is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be great. And the thing that's scary about relationships is sometimes you just don't know what's going on.
That's true. Yeah.
Because it definitely the last time we broke up, because we broke up a couple of times, and then we bounced back. But the last one was definitely felt like it was out of nowhere on my side, at least. But apparently this is something that he'd been thinking about for a while because he felt like we weren't really going anywhere. It's a whole thing. We've discussed it several times. We're on good terms. We're friends. And he's like the biggest supporter of my current relationship.
Nice. Yeah.
He's been the one who was like, dude, you have feelings for him. I'm like, I don't have feelings for him. I'm not catching feelings for anybody right now. And then I was like, okay, maybe I do have feelings for you. And he was like, I fucking know you do.
Yeah.
I was like, listen. But yeah, what's it called? Yeah, that was the person I was like, yeah, this is gonna be the person I'm gonna marry. I mean, like, being with somebody for more than a year, you're already like, dang, I expect this to go very long term.
Sure.
Already. And so, like, to be with a relationship with someone for 4 years, it's like, okay, I don't see my life not with this person. So then when we did break up,
I imagine you would incorporate them so much into like daily
100%.
Yeah.
So then when we did end up breaking up, or I guess he broke up with me, but when we did end up breaking up, it was like you have to learn how to exist without them as that main person for you, and be an individual, things like that. And somebody was there the whole time, and it was just like hey, I think I might like you a little bit. And then those feelings develop more and more or whatever. And I've reached a point in my life where I'm like, I'm not just trying to date. It'd be different if I haven't done much dating in my life, which I've done a fair amount. I've done a fair bit, but I'm also like, I've passed my whore phase. My whore phase is gone. I'm not trying to sleep around with nobody. I'm trying to date to marry. If I'm being completely honest, if I'm dating you, I am also the kind of person, if I do have feelings for you, I am going to see how it goes with you. If the feeling is mutual, if we get in a relationship, I'm not going to sit here and be like, yeah, this isn't going to work out, I'm leaving now. It's very much like if I'm with you for the long haul. If things don't work out, that's going to suck. But like, I'm not going to act as if, oh, I don't see this going much further, so I'm just going to cut it off now. I'm going to try to make it work still, if it can work. Because it's like, why do I feel like it's not going to work out? And then like work on it, go from there. I'm going to work on the relationship. And see if we can make it work versus an inkling of this isn't going to work out and I just leave, because that's a toxic thing that a lot of people do these days. And also just, I've matured a lot more throughout these years of my relationships, and I've
Hmm.
matured to the point to where I used to blame the other people for a lot of the relationships
Oh,
failing.
I
I
see.
can look back now and be like, yeah, I know I was the one at fault for that, or like, I know I'm the reason why that failed. There's one relationship specifically where I know I wasn't in the wrong for the
Ah,
relationship ending, and like, I got blamed for the relationship ending,
I see.
or I got blamed for it, and then they broke up with me because of it, because
Yeah,
of that specific thing, and I wasn't the one at fault for that. But I can also recognize that I'm not a perfect person, and there's a lot of things I was doing on my end that were not the best either, and that weren't
sure.
healthy. And
Yeah,
with my current relationship, uh we're both very mature. We communicate a lot more than I used to in my previous relationships. And like, if there's
nice.
anything bugging me or anything like that, I'll be like, hey, so just want to let you know this thing. And like, he's the kind of person, whenever it gets serious, he flicks a switch like that and he's all ears. I'm the kind of
Hmm.
person, I beat around the bush. So
Oh,
if there's ever
sure.
anything going on, he'll be like, "Hey, like, you can talk to me." And I'm like, "I know, it's just hard to talk about." And he'll be like, "It's okay, like, I'm here for you. That's what I'm here for." Things like that. And I'm
Right.
like,
Yeah.
okay. Or like, there was a time where I was going through it real bad, and like, I would journal. I journal sometimes whenever I'm
Yeah.
going through it, like mentally ill or like just not doing mentally well, and I'll just write out all my feelings. And in my journals, it's not just, oh, I feel bad because of this. It's, I feel bad. Here's why I think I feel bad, and I'll as I'm writing it out, I'm processing what I'm going through, and then I'll
You're
be like, here's
therapizing
why I feel.
yourself.
Literally, I'm like,
Hmm.
here's why I think I feel bad. Well, it's probably also caused by this, and it's because of this one specific trauma, and it's because my dad doesn't love me, and blah 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 blah. Like,
Oh,
I'll just go through all the motions with myself, and then I'll be
yeah.
like, okay, I think I'm okay now. And then one day randomly, I'm like, hey, we'll just hang out. And I'm like, hey, I apologize, if I was acting like this one day, or like if I
Yeah.
seemed off because of that. I just kind of wrote it. I wrote a journal about it. I did this and
Hmm.
this and that. And he goes, oh, well, do you want to talk about it? And I was like, I mean, the moment's already passed, but if you want, I can read my journal to you. And he was like, yeah, go for it. I'm like, oh, this is embarrassing. Because there's been several times with us where I would like be not well, just
Yeah.
because I'm a clingy person. I'll be honest. I'm clingy as hell. And I'm
Okay.
very much like I like attention, and
Sure.
I like anything I do to have some kind of reaction.
Yeah. Okay.
He's not that kind of person.
Hmm.
He's to himself, but like not with me, with a lot of things, of course, but he's very to
Sure.
himself. He doesn't react to everything that I do or say. He's not
Right.
also like over the top like I am. And so like, there will be days where I'll send something and I'll be excited about it, and either I won't get a reply about it, or like the reaction isn't what I want. I'm like, oh,
Ah, yeah. Yeah.
okay. And like, I have to therapize myself and be like, you're being so dramatic. Chill out right now. Like,
Okay.
or like, there's been several times where we don't talk all day,
Yeah.
or there's a day or two where we don't talk. And early on in the relationship, it was hell. It
Oh,
was real bad because my abandonment issues were running rampant, let me tell you. But I've reached a
oh,
point
yeah.
now where I can be like, well, he's been working like the last 3 or 4 days in a row. He's probably exhausted. When he gets home, he just decompresses and just shuts off. He'll text me whenever he can, or like
Yeah.
there'll be days where I'm like, I say good morning like 6 days in a row, and he says it back, but he doesn't say it first. Well, like, just very simple, dramatic things.
Right.
Um, and it's not like oh, he hates me, but it's just like is he okay? Like, maybe I should just calm down. I'm doing too much, whatever. And there's been several
Yeah.
times I've talked about it with him. I'm like, hey, if I'm doing too much, let me know. And he'll be like, you're not. Like, if you are, I will tell you straight up. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I guess. But in my mind, I'm like, I'm doing too much. I'm over the top. I'm annoying him. But I'm at a point now where I'm like, I don't care that if I'm
Yeah.
being annoying or if I'm over the top. He said he doesn't mind, so I'm gonna be myself and
There
just
you
deal
go.
with it.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think one of the biggest things that's interesting is with the last relationship I had.
Hmm.
We were both kind of willing to change ourselves for the other person, like, kind of
Oh, yeah.
fully. Until we weren't, of course, with certain things. But with this one, it's very much like if I talk about like something that I don't like or I'm uncomfortable with, he'll take it to heart and he'll make changes for it. But he's also not changing his entire being to try to accommodate for me, not accommodate, but try to be the person that my brain is kind of saying that I want to be in a relationship, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So like, again, the whole being over the top reactions to anything that I say or send to him. He's not that kind of person, so he's not gonna do that.
Nice. Yeah.
And I have to learn to be okay with things not always going my way, because that's a bad mentality to have.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But it's one of those things. It's this relationship I've been in has taught me a lot of things, because he is so much different than everybody else I've dated in a lot of ways.
Okay.
So it's like, okay, this is a whole different thing than I'm used to. So I have to learn to approach this in a different and healthy way. Versus my other ones where I would just kind of come off way too strong until they submitted in a way, or we would just argue about things until we just dropped it, things like that. And I'm like, I learned that's not the best way to cope with things in a relationship. And
good lesson to learn.
I want to, again, I'm dating for the long haul.
Yeah.
And we've been together for almost a year. We've been full on dating for well over a year.
Nice.
So it's like, this is a person that's a part of my day-to-day life, and I want him to stay a part of my day-to-day life. So I'm going to do what I can on my end to make sure it stays that way. And if I do everything on my end and things still don't work out that way, I can't really, I shouldn't beat myself up too much about it, you know?
Sure.
And that's after a lot of years of heartache and therapy and self-soothing and things like that, to get to this point to where I'm like, hey, life happens, things suck sometimes, you really do just gotta let it happen, feel it out, and just keep it pushing. It doesn't mean that everything's gonna end up like that. Being in a relationship is a risk at the end of the day, because you're with a completely separate person with a separate life doing their own things, and maybe at some point they're just like, yeah, this isn't gonna work out for me no more. And it's like, oh, okay, well, that sucks. It's gonna hurt, of course,
for sure.
But it's like,
for sure.
Well, I mean, just gotta keep going, either work on myself or try to rebound. But because I'm not trying to rebound no more, I'm just gonna sit here and work on myself. If something comes along, cool. If not, cool. Because that's what I told him when, like, before, like, after getting out of that relationship, because I knew he liked me. I was like, hey, I'm gonna be straight up with you. Or when I realized I had feelings, I was like, hey, normally I would jump on it immediately, but because I know I'm still recovering from this last relationship, I don't want you to feel like you're a rebound. And I want this relationship, like, if we are to get in a relationship, I want to see it pan out. I want to see it work out. So I'm going to work on myself and do what I need to do until I feel like I'm at a place where I can be in a relationship with you.
Nice. It's healthy. I think that's good.
Yeah, it's taken a lot. It's taken a lot. So much. And I'm very happy that he has a version of me that I am now than any of the previous ones, because I don't know how well that would have been.
See, that's why 3 to 7. You need the 3.
You need to make the
4 to 7 work.
You need to take the time for yourself.
Yeah.
And not jump into another relationship after you get out of one, because, and it can work out. But it's going to be that much harder for you and for your partner if you don't take the time to heal from it first.
You can play the odds, or you can kind of technique it and do some brute force.
The worst thing you can do to somebody in a relationship is get in a relationship with them when you're not over your ex.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be rough.
Because you're going to constantly compare. You're going to be missing that ex. You're going to wish you were with them. And they're going to know. They're going to see it. They're going to feel like a rebound. And some people will kind of just wait it out. Other people will be like, no, you're not priority. You don't want to be in a relationship with me. You clearly still want to be with them.
Oh, yeah.
And that's not fair to me. And that's what I was not trying to do with my boy. But yes.
A wise decision.
Yeah. But we're well over. I don't know how we got this far. I don't know how we got so philosophical and relationship heavy today. But that's what 2026 is all about. Talking about the real stuff, like like cutting your hair, losing more weight,
getting healthy, not just bodily, but spiritually,
mentally, romantically healthy.
There you go. That's the word.
Yeah. That's what 2026 is all about. All you guys, your homework is to get healthy in all the ways you can.
I titled this year the year of the end, but I don't think that kind of sounds bad when I put it in that context.
It's more like the beginning, the end to new, the ending to new beginnings, and the ending to beginnings.
Yeah, if we think about it for a while, we'll come back. Poetic. Yeah. Well, I guess we should wrap it up here. Thanks,
hour 25.
Thanks for sticking with us through 2025 and all of the other years that we've been doing stuff.
This is the first episode of season 5, and we hope you stick it out with us. We're gonna figure out something really cool and grand to do this year, because every year we're gonna do something even crazier.
Hey, this year, right? Episode 100 is on the docket. We have something special planned for that.
Yeah, so totally not making it up as we go.
Just you wait.
It'll be fantastic, brothers and sisters.
Ooh. All right.
Bye. Stay healthy.